The wedding photographer. People always say your wedding day is supposed to be the happiest day of your life. For Ada Williams, it became the day everything she believed about love fell apart. 3 hours before she was supposed to marry Michael, Ada stood in front of the mirror while her bridesmaids fused over her dress. "You look beautiful," one of them said. Ada smiled. "I don't feel beautiful," she said. "I feel nervous a little." Her best friend, Tolu, nudged her shoulder. "That's normal. In a few hours, you'll be Mrs. Michael Johnson." Ada forced another smile. Deep down, something felt wrong. Not because Michael was a bad man. He wasn't. He was kind, successful, respectful. Everything a woman was expected to pray for. So why did her heart feel so quiet? Outside the bridal suite, the wedding photographer adjusted his camera. His name was Noah. He had photographed more than 100 weddings. But the moment Ada stepped outside, his hands froze. The camera slipped from his fingers. "No," he whispered. It couldn't be. She looked exactly the same, older, more elegant, but still the same eyes, the same smile, the same tiny birthmark just below her left ear. "Sir?" One of the assistants looked at him. "Are you okay?" Noah blinked. "Yeah." But he wasn't, not even close. The ceremony was less than 3 hours away. He knew he should stay professional, take the pictures, collect his payment, leave. Instead, he walked toward Ada. "Excuse me," she turned. "Yes? I need to ask you something," he said, and she smiled politely. "Can it wait until after the wedding?" "No." Something in his voice made her pause. "What is it?" He reached into his camera bag, pulled out an old photograph, and handed it over to Ada. Ada frowned. The picture showed a teenage girl laughing beside a lake. Standing next to her was a teenage boy. She looked closer. Her heartbeat slowed. The girl looked exactly like her. She turned the picture over. Written behind it were the words, "Forever starts here, June 18, 2013. Ada stared at the date. I've never seen this before," she said. Noah looked into her eyes. "Are you sure?" "Yes." "You don't remember the lake?" She shook her head. "The promise?" "No." "The necklace?" Ada frowned. "What necklace?" Noah's face slowly lost all color. "You really don't remember me?" At that moment, Tolu walked over. "Ada, everyone is looking for you." She noticed the photograph. "What's going on?" Ada handed it to her. "Do you know this man?" Tolu studied the picture. She said no. She looked at Noah. "Should we?" Noah swallowed hard. "No, I guess not." He turned around and walked away. That should have been the end of it, but Ada couldn't stop thinking about the picture. Why did the girl look exactly like her? Why did this stranger seem so hot? And why did looking into his eye make her chest ache? The wedding ceremony began. Guests chose, music filled the church. Michael smiled proudly at the altar. Ada took her father's arm. The church doors opened. She started walking. Halfway down the aisle, she looked at Noah. He wasn't taking photographs. He was crying, not loudly, just silently, like a man watching his entire world disappear. For reasons she couldn't explain, Ada stopped walking. The music stopped too. Everyone stared. Michael frowned. Ada, she couldn't move instead. She turned around, walked straight out of the church. Outside, she found Noah sitting alone. He didn't look surprised to see her. "I knew you would come. Who are you?" Noah took a deep breath. 12 years ago, your family was involved in a terrible accident. Ada nodded. "I know." What you don't know is that you survived with severe memory loss. She laughed bitterly. That's impossible. Is it? He reached into his wallet. Inside was another photograph. Then another. Birthdays, school uniforms, a graduation ceremony, a promise written on a tree, a silver necklace around her neck in every picture. Tears filled Ada's eyes. I've never seen this. No. Because after the accident, your parents moved away, Noah said. They told me we relocated because of my father's job. No. They moved because every place reminded you of what you had forgotten. Ada's hand trembled. If what you're saying is true, then who are you? Noah smiled. I was your first love. I asked you to marry me when we were 17. Ada stared at him. He continued. You said yes. She shook her head. I don't remember. I know. I don't remember any of it. I know, Noah said. So why are you telling me today? His answer broke her. Because I promised myself that if I ever found you again, I would let you choose your own future, even if that future wasn't with me. At that point, Michael stepped outside. His suit was wrinkled. His face was pale. He looked from Ada to Noah, then quietly asked, Is he the reason you stopped the wedding? Ada looked at Michael, then back at Noah. Finally, she whispered the hardest word she had ever spoken. I don't know who I love anymore. Michael closed his eyes after a long silence. He reached into his pocket. He pulled out a small velvet box, not the engagement ring, a folded letter. I was going to give you this after the wedding. Ada opened it. It read, If you ever discover a part of yourself that you lost, don't choose me out of guilt. Choose the life that lets you sleep peacefully at night. Love should never feel like a prison. Ada looked up, tears streaming down her face. Michael, he smiled sadly. I've loved you enough to know when your heart is somewhere else. He turned to Noah. Take care of her. Then he walked away. Months later, Ada didn't magically remember everything. Some memories never returned. But she and Noah started over, not as teenagers trying to reclaim the past, but as two adults, choosing each other in the present. One afternoon, they returned to the lake, where the old photograph had been taken. Noah reached into his pocket and smiled. I've been carrying this for 12 years. It was the silver necklace from the photos. He fastened it around her neck. Ada touched it gently. I still can't remember the day you gave this to me. Noah took her hand. You don't have to. She looked at him. Why? He smiled. Because this time we get to make new memories. And for the first time in years, Ada felt something she couldn't explain. Not a memory, just peace.